And we back. Today is day 4 of the 31-day long upload streak. I can't get you an individual gift, but what I can give you is 31 straight bangers. And we're doing day 4 today because today I have been training for this moment my entire life. The endless hours of watching basketball, the endless hours of honestly, the reading hasn't been endless. I could probably count on one hand how many hours I spent reading about basketball. But all that being said, today we're taking a quiz that is supposedly the hardest quiz I will ever take in my lifetime. I mean, that's just what the title says. I don't know how true. Will it live up to the hype? I don't really know. But before we get into the video, be sure to drop it a like. You guys have been destroying the like button this entire December, and I just want to see this happen consistently, okay? Can I body the most difficult or the hardest quiz KOT4Q would ever take? That's the name of it. Let's go into it. So go get it, Heat. Shout out to you for creating this one. I made sure to pick out the hardest stat lines, draft picks, players, and other to make it the hardest NBA quiz possible. Every 5 questions, there will be a gimme question. They are easier. Listen, if I'm giving out tips to the quiz makers out there, don't give me easy questions, because you add those easy questions with your hard questions, I'm gonna body you still. There have been quizzes out there that kind of gave me some struggle though, so I can't be too cocky here or too confident, but I know what I know. 20 questions though, which means that there is a very small amount of room for error. I try to get 90s and above on every quiz I take. If I don't get a 90, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. So if I'm doing the mathematics right, that means I can only miss 2 questions? Let's just go with that. Let's try to get less than 2 questions wrong. As you can see, I haven't played this just yet. The bot only got 8 out of 20, which is not good, because usually you can tell how difficult a quiz really is by the bot. If the bot got less than 50%, I may be in for some trouble. Let's see. Question 1. We all know that Michael Jordan wasn't the first pick. He was the 3rd. In the historic 1984 draft, who was the 4th pick? Interesting. So it went Sam Bowie at 2, Michael at 3, and Sam Perkins at 4. That's supposed to be one of the hardest questions. But if you're going to give me a question revolving around the Bulls, Michael Jordan, Chicago, I'm 97% chance I'm going to get it right. This is who I am. It's been so engraved in my mind that I just know Chicago basketball. Who picked him? Who are we talking about? Sam Perkins. My earliest memory of Sam Perkins is him in a Mavericks uniform. Now, that could be a trick question, though, because just because he played for the Mavericks his rookie year doesn't mean he was drafted by the Magic, because, players get traded on draft night all the time. But I'm going to go with my gut, and that says it is the Dallas Mavericks, 2 for 2. How many points per game did the first MVP have? The first MVP in NBA history was Bob Pettit. How many points per game did Bob Pettit average in his MVP season? All 25, like 25 dot, which is not that impressive. I don't know, maybe we have to take a look at the pace, what the average scores were back then, because, I mean, if we being honest, back in Bob Pettit's days, they weren't hooping with the James Hardens, you know what I'm saying? Not as skillful as basketball players as they are today. I don't know the answer to this question. Let's go with the highest one, because he won MVP, right? And it wasn't. Cool, first one wrong. We can only afford one more wrong answer. Who was the first MVP? Haha, I know that. I just mentioned it. It is Bob Pettit. This is the easy question. What was the score of Game 6 in 1998 Finals MVP right before Jordan hit the game winner? This is the easy. So if I'm not... I said 97% chance I get the Bulls questions right. This may be one of the rare cases where I don't. If I'm not mistaken, the final score of the shot, which is against the Jazz in the finals, right? Yeah. Was 87-86, which means that the score before he hit the shot was 86-85. Let's go, man. Whew. That couple semesters of college is really coming in handy. Who scored the most points in game 1 of that series? It's between Karl Malone and John Stockton. I think Karl Malone be the obvious answer, but maybe it was the all-time leading playmaker, and it was. How many points did he have? This is the 90s. He's a grinded out 90s game between 2 very great defensive teams. Beautiful. Here's something more modern. How many steals did Steph Curry average in his 2015-2016 MVP? Come on, dog. I don't know. Who knows this? Steph Curry stands don't know how many steals he averaged. Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he holler, let it go. Any, mini, miny, mo. All right. That method never works. Don't ever use that on quizzes. I'm telling y'all, it never, ever, ever works. Who was the second pick in Chicago Bulls history? Irwin. Okay, Irwin. Okay, Irwin. Dude, did I know that? No, I took a guess and I was right. Irwin just sounds like somebody from the 90s. I mean, I'm sorry, from the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Irwin. It may be Irwin watching this video. What up, Irwin, man? What's good with you? Give me question. Who's the most recent Chicago Bulls draft pick? That was, of course, Daniel Gafford. They tried to throw you off with Kobe because they were in the same draft, but Daniel Gafford was the second round pick, which means that he was the most recent. I like that question, though. That'll probably get some people. It's not going to get me, though. Joakim Noah was... Are we just doing Bulls questions? Joakim Noah was a part of the Chicago Bulls team for 9 seasons. Yes, he was. What was his career best points per game? That is 12.6. Or was it 12.7? 12.6 or 12.7. It's 12 point. Let's go 6. Yeah. He was also an MVP candidate. Do not disrespect Joakim Noah. I know he doesn't have a job anymore. And it was rumored, not rumored, but it came out that he suffered an injury that's basically ended his career. But I guess before that, he wasn't great either. There was one season with Joakim Noah. I think he was like number 5 in MVP voting. Something like that. Joakim was a dog that season. 12 points per game, Kenny. How was he MVP conversations? Because we were winning games. And Derrick Rose was on the team. He was just injured. He played less than 10 games, I want to guess. And then they were like, oh, man, the Bulls are over. This team that was supposed to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're done. And we weren't done. I think we ended up having the best record in the Eastern Conference without Derrick Rose. So was Derrick Rose on the team? Yes, he was, but he was injured for a great majority of the season. And the infamous 2003 NBA draft, which team gathered the most picks in total? So not the most first round picks, just in general. That is the Kirk Hinrich year, because I'm looking at the Bulls. A lot of these questions are revolving around the Bulls. So in my brain, I'm like, let's continue the theme. But if I'm not, okay, so that was the Kirk Hinrich year. We didn't have any more first round picks. Did we have second? We definitely had at least one second. And we had that one guy that never came over to the 3. So the Bulls had 3 draft picks that season, which is a lot. That is a lot. The Boston Celtics, less than 3. The Pistons, less than 3. The Cavs, less than 3. It was the Bulls. Come on. I trained my whole life for this. Who was the 6th overall pick? Kirk Hinrich was number 7, right before Kirk Hinrich. Ooh. Was TJ Ford right after, or was he right before? These are, yes, okay, so Kirk Hinrich was in the middle of these. It's not Dwayne Wade. It is my boy, though. It's not it's not Kirk Hinrich. Kirk Hinrich was number 7. Who was I think TJ Ford was drafted number 8, and Chris Kaman was drafted number 6. Okay. This is an easy question here. I'm surprised you made it here without breaking your computer. I've been actually bodying this one. Here's a simple question. What college did Steph Curry go to? He went to Davidson, of course. I know how you like to explain players' careers. I low-key want to hear this. Out of these 4 players, who played the least amount of games in their career? So we have OJ Mayo. I think that's an easy answer. OJ Mayo. Why did I just... OJ Mayo. I think I'm going to go OJ Mayo here. Tyronn Lue, he played in the league for a long time, actually. Ty Lawson, he's vanished off the face of the planet like this, but he definitely played more games than OJ Mayo. And same thing with Brandon Jennings. I think OJ Mayo is the right answer. You want to hear me explain OJ Mayo's career? Sure. Actually, there's this footage that recently came up maybe the last week or two where OJ Mayo, I think he's playing in Israel. You should fact check that. But he's actually giving people buckets. There was a period of time where OJ Mayo got banned from the NBA, then he vanished. And then they're like, a year later, there's a picture of him like in the desert with like a cane. He got this full-on beard. And you're like, whoa, did he go on a spiritual journey? He might have went on a spiritual journey, and now he's hooping again, just not in the NBA, still giving buckets, because that's one thing OJ Mayo could do, and that was score the ball. Will he ever get another chance? Maybe. I don't know how long his ban was. Was he suspended or was he banned? Because ban mean it's over with, right? DeAndre Ayton was suspended. Deion Waiters was suspended. I think OJ was banned. Tyreke Evans was banned, but it was only for 2 years. So maybe OJ Mayo could come back to the NBA, but no team is out there trying to give him a chance. I don't know. If you watch Inside the NBA, you should remember when a celebrity scored on Kenny the Jet Smith. Who was that celebrity? All right. I don't know Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone. Why do I know that name? I can't put a face to it. I don't know Kevin Richardson. I know Biebs. It's not going to be Bieber because Kenny the Jet Smith too old to be playing with Bieber. I think it's Justin Timberlake. I know it's Justin Timberlake. I'm going to go Justin Timberlake. Yeah, okay. Michael Jordan original The Shot against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the night. Did I call that other shot The Shot? Did I call the Utah Jazz shot The Shot earlier in this video? I think I did. In the first round of the 1989 playoffs, who contested the shot? Well, come on. How's this the hardest question? It's Craig Elo. What is it called? It was Jordan over Elo. Like that. That's it. Bulls win. Double clutch shot. Craig Elo. How many steals did he average that year? I would guess that since Craig Elo got the Michael Jordan assignment, he better have been a good defender. But was he that good to be the... Yeah, okay. This is the last question. I got 2 wrong, so I have to get this question right. Oh, you made it. What a journey, right? I'm sure KLT4Q won't ever do this. Here I am, baby. Here I am. You thought I wasn't going to do it. Here I am. So definitely wasn't nearly, not even close to the hardest quiz I've ever taken, but I had a lot of fun here. Who drafted Dwayne Wade? That's, of course, you thought I was about to get it wrong. Miami Heat. So I got my 90%. Which question did I get wrong again? I don't even remember which question I got wrong. Steph Curry's steals per game in his first MVP season. I mean, everybody was guessing on that question. And then this one. This one was early. This would scare me because you get one wrong early, you know you gotta go crazy for the rest of that video. You gotta go crazy for the rest of that quiz, and I guess I did. It scared me a little bit, but here we are. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Shout out again to Go Get It Heat for taking the time to create a quiz. It's not easy creating a quiz, especially not one that takes my interest. So congratulations to you. Thank you again for contributing to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Shout out to all the Edwins. Or was it Irvin? Edwin or Irvin? I mess with all of y'all. You could be Edwin, you could be Irvin, you could be anybody. If you're a fan of Teen or Overtime, if you're a part of the squad, you cool with me.